Hello, everyone. Welcome to Salty Sweet Games. Welcome to Against the Stars, our Burn Bryte campaign co-produced with Roll20. We're back. We took last week off, but we're back here in the Alaxis Galaxy. Super excited to be embarking on some more adventures, some more drama, some more gay space stuff, because that's what we are here. Lots of smooching, drama, all that good stuff, and then some cool combat while we're at it too, and world building and weird aliens. Welcome. That's what we're doing here.
You've covered it all.
I've covered it all. No, actually, I haven't yet. Before we get started, let's just run through a couple of stream stuff. First of all, love to give a shout out and lots of love to our co-producers over at Roll20. They're a virtual tabletop of choice. They're wonderful. We love their maps and all that stuff, and we literally would not be able to do this game without them. Because they're the publishers of Burn Bryte. So we get to play, and they are awesome to partner with. So super excited to be doing that. As part of partnering with Roll20, this campaign, unlike our other ones, is associated with their charity Tiltify run for Code 2040. Code 2040 is a nonprofit that equips Black and Latinx technologists and their allies with the tools, connections, and care that they need to advocate for and achieve racial equity in the industry. We have some donation incentives. Basically, every $50, we get to introduce a complication into the story, which is often pretty fun. They get kind of weird. And at every $100, we get to give away a Burn Bryte starter pack, which is essentially everything that you need to play Burn Bryte. And you also get like a starting adventure if you just want to hop right in. You get some really cool map tiles. Basically, it's great. I also did make a promise last episode that if we hit our funding goal, I would do a really bad Russian accent for all of the Marthong NPCs.
Yes.
It's very bad, but it's a promise that I have made, and it's on the internet, so it's out there. So if we hit that, I promise I will do all the Marthong NPCs, even if I do a different accent for them in this episode, because at Marthong, they will have a retrofitted Russian in several quotation marks accent. But if you can't donate, or if you just want to spread the word about the show, we've got a social goal. Basically, at 15 retweets of our going live tweet, we put out a weekly faction poll. We did miss it last time because of world events and all that stuff, so if we hit it this time, you'll get a double poll. It'll be fun. So we'll have the faction poll, and we'll have a secret poll that will help very cryptically with the plot. So make sure to get those in, and retweet is very easy to do. Of course, you just want to support the channel. We've got a bunch of affiliate links and all that good stuff as well. So check that out. All right. I think that's all of my... Oh, no. Safety!
Safety!
Safety! We here at Salty Sweet Games use safety tools. X and O cards, lines and veils, because no matter what's happening in the story, we want to make sure that the players are enjoying themselves and having fun. We also do have content warnings, so you can do !CW to check out what those are, because, you know, want to make sure that y'all also enjoying what we're putting out here. Okay, now I'm done talking for a little bit. Let's go and say hello to all of our wonderful people. Tell us who they're playing. Let's start off with Lauren.
Hi everyone, I'm Lauren. I am that salty ginger over on Twitter and the salty half of this channel. I use she, her pronouns, as does my character Vala Celebralta and Ulron. So basically, she is a big strunk crystal girl. And this is we're on her home planet, which is... fine. It's good.
I'm sure she hasn't been avoiding going here at all.
No.
Why would she?
No, listen, Kienna, all tabletop role-playing game PCs are famously well-adjusted, so.
And have a great relationship with their parents
Yes.
and family and all that good stuff.
So that's what you can expect. She said like a liar.
I mean, if you even just look at season 1. we've already had awkward parental situations here.
It's a
This is not.
thing.
Yeah, this is the thing now.
Continuing the trend.
Yes.
Yes.
On trend, on point, on brand, etc.
Incredible. Yes. All right, let's go over to Jess. Hello, Jess.
Hi, it's me, Jess. But today I am Walala Oodles Knees the Last Telemo, your favorite Glean friend who is very excited about the secret star map we found of the galaxy before the birth.
That's right! We did that!
Yes.
I don't have a boa, but...
You have a
You're
shiny jacket.
Everything you do is shiny, so it's good.
Incredible. Yes. Science was had last time.
Science was had.
All right. And let's go over to Sam. Hello, Sam.
Hi, I'm Sam, and today I bring you Vandal, a cat and a cat person with snake eyes in a 3-person suit. A 3-person? No, that's not right. A 3-piece suit. I wake up at 6:45 in the morning now.
I'm just imagining.
Do you have something to tell us?
Yeah, I'm actually 3 kittens stacked on top of each other.
How did we not see?
Never take this suit off! I don't remember anything else I was gonna say. Vandal's great. Right. I use they or she pronouns. Vandal uses they or Z pronouns. That's basically covered. Snake eyes, cat tail, suit. Yeah. It's the important pieces to hit.
That's basically it. That's all you need.
With a great parent relationship.
Yes, definitely very normal parental relationship.
We're doing great in here.
Oh goodness. All right, and let's go over to B. Hello, B.
What's up? What's up? It is me, B Zelda. My pronouns are they, them. And I am playing the captain, Zevzo, who also has they, them pronouns. And Zevzo just got to spend like an entire day with their idol. And they hung out. They got to listen to all of their exploits. Normaz is just everything to Zevzo. From all of the terrible things that they've done to all of the ways that they've made money, because I don't think he's ever done anything good in his life. But yeah, Zevzo's just got glitter stars for eyes.
Wait, all of the many, many, many eyes.
All of them, all 100,000.
So many. And I am Kienna. My pronouns are she and they. I am the GM for this campaign, and I play everyone else in the Alexis Galaxy that's not the player characters, and perhaps the Alexis Galaxy itself. Before we dive in, let's do a bit of a recap as to what happened last time. So last time, the crew of the Wicked Wallaby saved the day for at least these captured people who were about to be either recruited or sacrificed by the cult, the Daylight, a cult that the crew has had some mixings with at this point, and whose strong belief is that that the Burn is a god here to basically bring about the rapture, and only those who are worthy will survive, and they will sacrifice everyone who isn't worthy to Gulmak in a blaze of flames, because that's a great organization to hang out with. Within the people who were rescued, there were a bunch of civilians, and there were also 2 interesting people there. One, there was Normaz, a fairly infamous former smuggler, dashing figure of crime, who has kind of settled down, semi-retired, now works for the Sunshall Overguild, which is the Overguild in the Alexis Galaxy that deals with security, weapons dealing, which is mostly what he does, as well as private police and all that stuff. So there was, so he was there, and there was also a scientist from the Order of Heroes, named Felna, who, upon rescuing, confided in my brain just stopped for a second. Who confided and said that she was actually on the run from the Order of Heroes, having been exposed to some of the Order of Heroes' less savory patterns of behavior, which is the heroes that sacrifice themselves to stop the burn don't always do it voluntarily. And will sometimes kind of just get yeeted into the burn by the Order of Heroes, which is great. That's perfectly normal behavior to have, clearly. Totally fine. Totally fine. While this was all going down and the crew was having some conversation, Walala came across an interesting discovery. The platform that the sacrifice was going to be on was much older than was expected, and upon investigation with the help of Vala, figured out that this was an ancient puzzle left behind from the time of the Omniscients, the godlike beings that created and existed in the Galactus galaxy before the burn several hundreds and almost thousands of years ago. After doing some music magic with the puzzle, they unlocked a map, and specifically a map of the Galactus galaxy before the burn at the time of the Omniscients. And they discovered a very interesting location, one that doesn't exist anymore here in the current Galactus galaxy. It's actually currently a asteroid belt. Kind of weird. And thankfully, it is close to where the rescued people needed to go, which was back to Marthong, the homeworld planet of the Alvins and the homeworld planet of Vala. And so the crew of the Wicked Wallaby and their new friends hopped back onto the ship and headed to Marthong, which they were close by to. And that's kind of where we'll pick up. So our camera pans from the never quite blackness of space, because at least the faint glow of the burn is always ever present. But here in the Heart Worlds, the farthest away that you could ever be from the edges of the burn, it's more of the faintest of coloring across the space. And this is interrupted by, from the distance now, what appears to be this large crystal sphere, orbited by 3 other moons. And as you get closer, you see that this is no ordinary crystal ball, but this is, in fact, a planet. A planet that is surrounded by a force field, almost, that shimmers in that same opalescent coloring that Vala has. And you see several ships flying back and forth between this planet and its many moons. You see these tiny little pinpricks where openings are, but none of those are unmanned, as you see several ships patrolling, monitoring anyone who goes in or out of this space. And through this almost force field, you can see the concentrations of life upon this planet, where you can see, you know how like in pictures of Earth from space, you can see like where the concentrated cities are based on lights and stuff. You can see that here too, but not just light, just the almost the reflection of light back out with the concentration of metal and crystal that populates the surface of this planet. As you get closer, Vala, this is a familiar sight to you. You are well aware of what this planet looks like, and you're well aware of the security measures that are in place here. Obviously, there are very controlled entry points through this force field, which is not strong enough to withhold a full attack, but is enough to bounce off any, stray space trash or anything else like that. And what exactly do you think is the protocol for people arriving here? Considering its very isolationist patterns of protecting itself from anyone who would take its resources, especially considering that it is the only surviving place that produces Kala, a metal that is the only metal in the Alaxis Galaxy for conducting magic.
Is it for us getting Narmaz on the horn to talk to someone?
Well, I mean, that certainly is an option.
Yeah, he's got connections.
And from what he has told you, he had partnered with somebody here.
Yeah,
on
he's
Marthong.
here for legitimate reason.
Yeah, business.
Yeah.
Shady, but business.
It's still business. And so Vala, are you just gonna let Narmaz be the
No.
medicine? Okay, cool.
No, I refuse to ask him.
Okay.
I go through the protocol, so we're in the long line.
Oh my word.
That's fine.
So yeah, so it is absolutely. Please imagine this this planet, everyone. That this is again incredibly isolationist, very controlled. Who goes in and out of here, and this means that a lot of the people that you're rescuing is going through their like belongings, what belongings they still have on them, to try to search for paperwork, essentially. And there is a very long line of ships that have to go through these port entries. So you're gonna queue up, and you're not gonna. Okay.
We queue up.
We consider you lucky that we are unfamiliar with the procedures here because, wow, we do not like lines.
It is a very slow line. I feel like if anyone is well experienced in American Canadian border crossing,
Yes.
this is where we're at,
Oh,
friends.
you're giving me flashbacks.
I'm physically in the customs line.
Right? I'm so bored.
I'm holding
there.
my forms.
Practicing my lines. Okay, this is what I do for a living. This is what my name is. I know all this stuff, but I get really nervous.
Yeah, I forget.
My phone is dying.
So this
There
is
are
the
15
experience we're
people
having
in front
here.
of me.
As you're seeing this go on, and I think Narmaz probably entertains this for a while, but eventually we'll just go. Yeah, no, kid, I could just call in the code.
My
Do
name is
that.
Vala. It's not Kid. Kid is a good name, but it is not mine. So, I don't know who you're speaking to.
We would be more than willing to listen to what you have to say, Narmaz.
Right. I mean, all
Tell us about
respect,
your connections.
young Miss Salaberta, but
Nope, that's not it either.
Oh, no, they prefer to be pilot, Vala. Or anything that sounds grandiose. We've had this conversation when we first met them. Esteemed pilot, wonderful, skilled driver of ships.
Ace
We have a
pilot is
list.
good. Ace pilot.
I mean, whatever you say, ace pilot Vala. Anyways, I could just, I know that it's been a while since you've been back here, but I mean, I've got the official codes and everything. I could just to phone in and could just skip over the queue and get in the fast pass and you know.
You have a Nexus card? A fast pass card?
Essentially, this is where we're at now. This is our analogy now.
We would be forever indebted to you if you could get us past this line.
No, we
We
wouldn't.
wonder... we would not?
No, don't, no.
We would, though.
Oh, you are speaking for yourself.
We do not have a method of differentiating we from we.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
This has also been a previous discussion we encountered when I first met the talented ace pilot Vala.
Captain, I don't know if all these people have their proper identification.
All what
Seeing as-
people?
Are the rescues?
Oh no, they would not.
No, seeing as they were kidnapped and are now no longer kidnapped and now merely rescued.
We are failing
and
to make
do
the
not have
connection.
most of their stuff on them.
Yeah. I'm gonna go make some more tea.
Figure gonna you come to the conversation.
This finger guns my way out.
We failed to make the connection that Vandal was suggesting. Will there be an issue if all of our refugees now, yeah, that's what they are, I suppose, called friends, do not have proper identification?
Well, I mean, the people at the border may have some issues with it. I mean, it really depends on the officers. Sometimes you get, the real chill ones that actually understand you, and then there's the ones who have a stick up their ass.
And they're just doing their job.
I mean, but like, it gestures back at the group of people who are going through, who are still searching for like anything that could be submissible here.
We wonder if we could simply forge this. Narmaz, your assistance would be greatly appreciated. Looks over at Vala. You're shinier than normal.
It's like one, I don't think they have veins, but one crystal vein just pops up for a second.
The anime anger.
Catches
The anime
light.
annoyance.
Wait, I think I have it on my emote. It's
Oh my
just,
gosh.
yeah, I do. It's just very tiny.
Yes, it's very good.
That.
I mean, what we could do is, instead of having to explain everything, to a, agent or whatever, at least here, if I put in my code, we go through the fast pass, then we could, get back on the planet and, contact the appropriate people to, at least make sure that they've made planetfall before, subjecting them to the mundanities of bureaucracy here.
If that is rational, Vala, what are your
I don't
feelings?
know. I think the radio's broken. So weird.
Oh, that's unfortunate. We don't know what happened there.
So I know. I guess we just have to wait in the line and no Narmaz. Help. Goodbye. You can leave cockpit now.
Narmaz, do you not possess a means to radio personally?
I think he kind of holds up his hand, kind of taken, when I, got, taken by those, daylight people.
Has anyone rummaged through the junk that Walala brought back?
No one has yet.
Can I be because I wouldn't be part of this conversation.
Are you just going through whatever weird stuff you picked up?
Yeah, can I look for science in what I took?
Can I look for science? It's always a great question. Sure, make me a roll, and this will just, there's no real failures here to determine the level of science that you'll get.
Okay. Let me look what I got here. Butts. Dang, I need more different types of dice. All my dice are very samesies. I guess perception then? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that probably makes sense.
Okay. And just base, we're just doing this to do it, right?
Yep, just to see what's up.
Nice.
Cool. So the items that you've grabbed are a hodgepodge of, just everyday basic living needs that people, if you're on a ship, you're gonna need to have, whether you're a cult or not. So think like basic toiletries and stuff like that. There's a couple of those that you just kind of picked up in your hurry. You do actually have a few of the documentations that belongs to some of these people. You managed to pick that up in your kerfuffle. In terms of science, you actually have those the little capsules like that is basically a tiny terrarium that's just enclosed unto itself.
A Pokeball.
Sure,
Like with glass.
but with glass, like you can actually see
Do
into
not throw it.
Okay. Sorry. I'll take it back. Got it.
No, it's all good.
Only throw it once.
I'm so sorry.
You can shatter.
Containing living things, like the way you said terrarium. That's what I went straight to.
And inside of it is one of those little blue flowers that that you found on the edge of the stone dais, which had its musical tone to it, and it's in this little capsule.
Found a music flower. I'm so happy. Okay. I like pick that up and I'm like, but then I like look over at like the papers and I'm like, oh, they probably need those. Oh, like, okay. And I gotta put it up onto like into my doing science area and be like, Cam, you start photographing this, start preparing this for analysis, and I start like floofing together all the papers as best you can when you have feather tentacles. And so I'm like doing that thing, like they're probably a little bit awkward to carry like piles of paper.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna like start going over and Vandal, are you on the way to the? I'm like, who would?
I feel like Vandal like has left the cockpit and is just standing outside of the door, just looking at the door, just like.
I suspected you would be like on my way to the cockpit, like. So I'm gonna be floofing over and like with all these like papers and things, just like, oh, Vandal, hey, I found a lot of cool stuff, but I also found these papers that I think perhaps belong to all the people taken by the Daylight cult. Is that something you think that the captain would want? And
can I just rifle through them real quick?
Mm-hmm.
How many are missing, and also is Felma's here?
Yeah, that's a good question. It covers most of the civilians. There's a couple missing, mostly of like the minors, or like the younger people who are here. But Felnas are not here.
Cool. All right. Good. That's one that's good. All right. Walala, do you want to, and you can say no, but do you want to go into our lounge and hand these out to our guests? Just read the names off so they get theirs back. You can say no.
what? I mean, I can do that. All I have to do is
you want to
hand out papers. I mean, like,
to the correct people. You can put a name to the face and also the face. I imagine their photo IDs.
Yes.
I find it highly unlikely that I will recognize any. I'll be honest with you. I don't really look at creatures too closely until I've bothered to know them for quite a while. So all of you I have imprinted at this point, more so by your scents and flavors. But imagery I usually leave to Cam. But could do. Yeah, no, that's fine. I could do that. You probably are busy. Everyone's busy. The captain's busy. Vandal's busy. Vala's, but you're all busy. I'll do. That's fine. And I'll like try and take them back. Like,
I'm gonna give them back and be like, thank you.
okay, good luck in whatever you're doing. Go. I'm sure it's very important. Bye.
There is plenty of time to hand out these papers because you are in a long ass queue at the border.
Okay, I guess I'd like to pop my head back in and just be like, hey Vala, can I talk to you real fast?
Where's Narmaz?
Narmaz has exited the cockpit.
Oh, he's left. Great.
Okay, cool.
Yes,
I'll just come in.
I would love to talk to you privately.
It's just us.
Unless he's bugged me. I'm gonna do another check. I'm sure he's bugged me.
Okay, yep.
Shake out my clothes.
Okay, yep. Shaky.
Yes.
I think that was difficulty 3 for the last time I told you to do that.
I
so.
failed it last time. Let's do it again! Yay!
Yay!
Okay, you're pretty damn sure that none of this is bugged.
Alright. Okay. Yes, hello.
Okay, so here's my concern about going through this whole custom situation, and it's not the smuggling for a change. So, okay, alright. We do have the Order of Heroes Scientists, but they don't want to go back to the Order of Heroes because the Order of Heroes forces people to sacrifice themselves to the burn.
What?
Yeah, so it's not all volunteer. I thought it was volunteer. Apparently it's not all volunteer.
You thought people volunteered to sacrifice themselves?
Yeah, that sounds like heroic shit.
Oh. Shit. Huh.
Don't, no,
Sorry.
stop.
Wasn't thinking about that.
That's the thing you could only do once.
Right. It's a suitably
and then you can't do
dramatic
anything
moment.
else. But then you can't have any other romantic moments.
Oh, I said dramatic.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
I wouldn't do it during a romantic moment. That would be so awkward.
It'd be really awkward.
Can you imagine?
I have to save everyone. It'd be a lot. That'd be a story. Anyway, so this person is defecting and doesn't want to go back. We don't have their papers, but even if we did, the papers would say Order of Heroes, and then they'd have to explain that. So, I don't want to tell you what to do, and clearly you have an intense relationship going on
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know that guy.
Yeah, you clearly know him none, not even a little bit.
I know him none.
You've never met him, you don't have any sort of opinion about him, you would love to have him for tea any day of the week.
Okay, so you're saying that this person might be in trouble with the Order of Heroes if they get caught by the Marthong security? Real.
Wouldn't they call and be like, hey, is this your person?
Oh. Maybe.
Look, this person, they just don't want to go back. It's part of the reason I wanted to come here and not just go back to the Order of Heroes, right? We can say we didn't find them. They can live their life. The Order of Heroes can do whatever they're going to do. And it's out of our hands and we don't have to do anything else. But that means getting them onto a different ship so they're no longer our problem. We can't do that up here.
Okay.
I would like it if you just let Narmaz be all like, ooh, I'm so special, and get us in. I think that would be the fastest, easiest, most efficient way, and then we get these people off our ship, and we get to do whatever it is we're gonna do.
We do have the extra special sneaky cargo hold. Couldn't we just put them in there?
We have a lot of things in there.
Oh, true. I don't think the captain would like it very much if any of them took some of those very special
We're
things.
concerned about them getting injured by being shoved in with the very special things.
Oh. No,
You have a
no.
whole ass steak in there.
We have a whole ass steak in there.
Oh,
Forgot about the steak.
that might be traumatic.
I did not forget.
That might be traumatic for them. So
It might also be
okay.
then we take our situation from like smuggling in a person to smuggling in a dead body. Right? I don't want to risk that. That's way worse.
Like we've defo smuggled people in our cargo container
I'm sure.
before.
But there's never
Like-
been a steak in there while we have
Yes,
people
Not
in there.
with people.
At
There's
the
never
same
been a
time.
giant sacrificial steak.
Yeah, like an evil cult stick for anyone not sure of the context
Yeah,
here.
anyone who wasn't here last time, there's an evil cult stick that we saw about to light itself on fire. We don't know how that happened.
Possibly evil, magical, definitely not just honks of meat we're talking about.
Ah, okay. Well,
Look, if you want, I could ask him.
okay,
It
you
doesn't
come
have
with
to be
me.
you.
You come with me.
Absolutely.
You ask.
Yes. You don't have to go if you don't want to, but if you want to come with, for sure.
He does
I
not
just
get to
don't-
use my radio without, our radio, without supervision. So,
No, I totally understand wanting to supervise him, but if you know, if your no relationship with him is so non-existent that you don't want to be in the same room, I understand that.
he's just not a good person.
No, he seems like a slime ball.
But yes! Yes! Yes!
I see why he
Da.
deals with my mom.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
sure they get along famously. All right, let's go talk to this person.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Narmaz is in his default sitting, which is sitting on a chair with his legs kicked up, despite the fact that he is also a swarm of insects. that
You
can
find
just-
ways that are comfy
lie.
for you and you stick with them. Whether it's legs up or wallaby, you know?
So yeah, so he's perfectly fine and chill as you go and find him.
Okay. Hey, Narmaz.
Oh,
We have had enough of this line.
Some
you
of us
mind?
have. Some of us like lines.
I mean, I'm sure everyone likes something. Everything is liked by someone, so
Yeah. Do you mind, getting us that fast pass?
why, of course. No sweat about it, kid.
Awesome. I am okay with being called kid.
Wonderful. And he'll like kind of like pat you firmly on the shoulder, in that overly familiar way that we all know.
Yeah. So have you known my mother long by any chance?
Nah. I mean, long, I guess, is a relative type of thing. Probably around. Been in contact for about a couple of years or so. Just business relations, all that good stuff. Got introduced to each other, and I mean, I'm actually supposed to. I assume that's why you're making contact. Supposed to give her some documents, which one of those situations where you don't want to broadcast it out.
Absolutely. I'm happy we found you. Excuse me.
He grins, and again, it's that way that one and grin where it's just kind of like this, that just indentation where bugs are, and it's kind of
Yeah.
glowy.
Cool. Love it. Glad we found you, because this makes it way easier than having to find you on Marthong.
Truly makes it. I mean, I'm pretty easy to pick out of everybody else, but
Sure. But so am I.
that's true. And you certainly take after your mother in looks.
Oh, that's just the bite reflex. It's coming to me. I'm going to be like, and here's the radio, and just let him do the thing.
Yeah. He will strut up to that radio uh and uh and pick it up. Yeah. To whom it may concern, this is Nomads of the Central, code 967452. Requesting entry. I know this ain't my usual ship, but got some interesting business. And there's a long pause, and then it's like, well, this is faster than we expected. But granted, please make sure that your other shipmates are well registered as soon as they land. And you see in that force field, like almost as if a hole had opened up next to this very long line, and you are directed by several of these ships to go through that entranceway. Yeah. So as the Wicked Wallaby go through the force field, you can now see Marthong in its full glory. Everything is either metal or crystal here. You see, these bright opalescent colors mixing with the bright steel shine of these buildings. There are in the concentrated core areas across the planet, there are these shimmering towers of skyscrapers with sprawling suburbans between, and high rail train systems, maglevs that connect between all of them in a crisscross, intricate pattern. There are very designated zones for almost everything, between whether that's conducting business, whether that's living at home, whether that's transportation, as the ship is directed towards a very large, those like mega parking lots. That's the mega parking lot, like airport parking lot situation. It's assumed that most of the travel here is taking place through their public transport system. For security reasons, of course. And everywhere you look around, there is some form of military presence. Whether that's the border patrol people that you pass through, whether that's just the everyday. Everything is pretty guarded and secured here. Where most of your travels have been in either fairly abandoned places or in seedy ass planets and all that stuff. This is highly regulated city, and where in the places where there are no people, there are cameras, and all of it visible, none of it being hidden away. And no one really seeming to mind as they seem to go about their own business. In distances, you can see the mining sites. Not a ton of them have a lot of open space on the surface, as many of them as over time and modern technology had been introduced, they've managed to shrink the sizes of these mines and still produce enough by going down into the veins of the earth. So we're not talking about like big excavations. We're talking like very refined mining operations. But you are, and everything is directed basically. Like from as soon as you enter, you have an escort ship taking you down to the large parking lot of other ships. There are people who are directing, where to park in here, and there's immediately an agent who is standing and waiting as the ship lands, and a somewhat familiar face to you, Bella, at least. Yeah, and the Wicked Wallaby lands.
Oh, wow, this was much quicker than that line. We thank you, Narmaz.
Of course, kid. No sweat. Well, looks like we've already got our welcoming committee in.
Ah, yes.
So how should I introduce you? Obviously, you got your heroics and all that stuff, but jobs?
And then Zevzo freezes.
Captain. You're a captain. It is your occupation.
Captain, yes, correct. Only captain.
We do contract shipping.
Yeah.
Right. Contract shipping. And he winks. This man has done business in crime for most of his life. He
knows exactly what
everything is above board.
It's like, yeah, contract shipping. And he strides confidently to the door, and Max, who had just been, awkwardly standing, because Max doesn't need to sit or walk, just a body that exists.
Corner.
Yeah.
We never gave them a room
dead
yet.
at the side. Oh gosh, we have to give.
We gave
have
Max
to give
a
Max
gun, I think, or did we?
No, we haven't.
You have not given Max a gun yet.
We can radio Max.
I got pushback on the gun.
I was literally gonna say we have this discussion every time. Max needs a communicator before they get a gun.
Yes.
We can communicate with Max. What we need to do next is give Max some idle animations.
Yeah, Max is like, when we talk about that meme of like the T-posing, like this is what's happening here. They're just there, very awkwardly. Shall I open the door? This is not like the usual places that all of you go. I am unsure what the risk factors are here.
We feel like 100,000 hearts are beating rather fast right now, and we are not certain why. Perhaps this is our first time in a rather populated place where there are many rules and regulations, none of which we can adhere to. Yeah, go ahead and open the door, Max.
Would you like me to print off some form of information for reference in terms of Marthong's many rules and regulations?
We will not read it, but we thank you.
Well, that is fine. The document is about 400 pages long.
No, thank you.
You can have each bug read one page.
We read best as all at once versus individually. It is a poorly learned technique.
You have to process everything.
Too much, truly.
Yeah, so the doors will open. Vala, where are you right now? As the door's opening.
Oh, in the cockpit. I have so much work to do. I don't even think I'll be able to get off the ship while we're here. So,
Right. Uh-huh.
out of character. Feel free to get me off the ship.
We will need you to tell us the rules because none of us are willing to learn.
Oh, true.
Willing to learn is rough.
I'm able to.
Yeah.
Wanting to read 400 pages of I feel like it's like a binder.
Yeah, so I think Max will pick up on this, the fact that, everyone's moving but you, Vala.
Mm-hmm.
I would not tell you what to do, Vala, but I do not think that the rest of the crew could navigate your home planet without you. At least, I would predict. My predictions note that they would likely be arrested within 20 minutes.
Well, I think you're really overestimating them. You're right, Mix. I will join.
Well, I was giving the more optimistic viewing.
Oh, that's very good. That's changed.
The other prediction said 8 minutes.
That sounds right.
That's the one, truly.
Okay, I will stand in the back of all the refugees too.
Yeah.
Oh, are we getting everyone off the ship? I was
Aren't
going to let Narmaz talk first and get that all sorted out.
Okay, I will hide behind no one because you're all small.
Yeah, we're all small.
Tiny, tiny creatures.
I can make myself long, but that's about it. Like one
You would
really
just be
long
much less
wallaby.
dense.
Yeah.
Slenderman Wallaby?
No!
Curse.
Imagine taking a wallaby and just stretching out the torso.
Hate it. Hate it here.
They still have their little weird arms.
Sorry, this isn't your horror game.
I mean, there's horror stuff in space.
Space is
This
inherently
is horror.
horrific.
Yeah.
Everything
There's a
about
reason why-
space
there's
is
a-
terrifying.
There's a reason why
Yes.
one of the content warnings all the time is space peril.
Space peril.
Yeah.
Cool. So, so you disembark and meet with and you've noticed that most of the people here wear uniforms of some form.
Mm-hmm.
And you see a uniformed agent, and who's just hanging out, and waiting with a data pad, and then you see an ununiformed, at least not uniformed in the same sense, not a military uniform, but rather a sunshall over guild outfit, and Vala, what does your dad look like? Because
Yeah.
that's who just showed up here.
He looks a lot like Vala, except I feel like not as colorful. I feel like he's kind of in the more kind of blue and kind of silvery sphere, and has more of the hardened crystals on him because he's older. But he is a little taller, a little broader. What's a good, he has a good dad beard made of like,
Crystal beard.
yeah, made of like dark purple crystal, whereas hers is kind of like fuchsia. And we have good hair in our family, so he has cool hair too.
Yeah, kind of slicked back looking.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that. Yeah. And you there is no like emotional pass of recognition. Like there's no like surprise or like anything that crosses his face. But he certainly he notices you, Vala.
Yeah, because I have nowhere to hide.
Yes, you do not have anyone to hide behind. But Normaz is heading the lead here. And he'll very in that in that way that everyone knows that the going for the handshake, like and the clasp of like of the hand that goes a little bit into like the wrist as well. It's
Is he one of
firmly.
those people who do like the wrist thing?
I mean, he could be.
Yikes.
Yeah. So definitely like one of those like just kind of like immediately go in for the handshake kind of person. To this other Alrin in the central. Um and you hear that Alrin man. Well, that was much faster this time. What where's the cargo? And no man. Listen, we can talk about that. It's a long story. Actually, looks back to the rest of you. These fine folks over here, help me get back, because I would have been a goner. It would have been real bad for business.
We rescued them. The little wallaby says from like the smallest section of the group.
That they did. And I was actually we have to go back to offices. I need to pick up something for one of them. And thought it would be nice to have a little chit chat. Considering ran into, by all coincidences, ran into Ace Pilot Vala.
I'll kill him. I will kill him. I will kill him.
Oh god.
I'm going to kill. I have a Nova point. You think I won't use it? I'll burn him.
Well, you think I won't use it to kill this NPC? Out of character. This NPC is a slime ball.
Garbage. He's a garbage man.
He's a garbage man.
And not like.
Not a good garbage man.
No.
Not one
Right.
like, oh,
That's
that
no
one's
good for
garbage,
anybody.
that's my garbage.
Yeah.
This is just like, throw him in the garbage chute and don't let him out.
Like
Yes.
steals from the poor and gives to the rich kind of
Yes.
garbage.
Hate him.
We hate
As
him.
long as he gets his own cut.
Right.
Listen, I
Mhm.
just need him to give me whatever it is that my mom wanted so we could get out of here and not have to worry.
Ah. Good. Okay. So
Yeah. So this is all this conversation
blush.
going on.
Glow blush.
And he'll pat Dropo Salabelta on the shoulder. I'm gonna go and clear some of the stuff up with the agents because we've got some paperless people here, not of their own choice, but just gonna clear that up a little bit, and maybe we'll get on the maglev and head over to the office and maybe even grab something to eat. I'm starving.
You.
Yeah.
Narmaz, might we watch your work in action? We would love to see all of the great things that you do.
Well, the actual office stuff's a little bit boring, but I mean, if you're there, we can talk. Actually, thinking about talking to you about something, Zebzo. 1-to-1, Ronan to Ronan.
Yes, not one-to-one. We are never one. We are many.
One overall entity to another.
Most of the time, correct. Also, and like they're gonna dig into like their little fanny pack and pull out like a handful of shavings, metal shavings. Would you like some?
Yeah, I'm okay, kid.
Okay.
You hold on to that for yourself.
We eat them.
Yeah, she will go and go talk to the patrol agents here to help explain yes, these people are legit. We just do not have paperwork for them.
Because we saved them from a cult.
Yes.
Vala is standing like she is in full like at attention posture, which makes her look even taller. Like compared to everyone else, I don't think she's, not that she has to blink, but she hasn't blinked either. Just like staring straight ahead.
Okay. I think at this point, I don't think Jopo's gonna be the one to drop this. This, he is. The Alvins are not a. The Alvins are very disciplined people.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I would best describe it. It's this culture here on Marthong. I should amend that. Marthong people are very disciplined people.
Mm-hmm.
This is a planet that runs on rules and runs on people following those rules. And that's how it be. And so I think he has his hands like clasped behind his back, and he's standing up straight as well.
I can do it.
There's a very long, awkward moment for the rest of you. Where there's just this. Y'all can see there is an obvious resemblance between Vala and this other Ulven. Neither of them are talking about it.
He outranks me. I can't talk first.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna come up behind Vala.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm just gonna floof my way over there and then just be like, this individual tastes very similar to you. Are you of a similar density?
This is out of character. You've tasted my father?
I have explained this on several occasions that one of the ways that I understand my environments is through my taste gland. You were there with me when I tasted music.
I think Vala like looks down, like she doesn't really move, and she like kind of opens her mouth. This is my father.
Oh, hello! I'm gonna go over. Just floof my way over. I don't think I shake hands. I have a lot of them. But
Yeah, the
I will...
shaking hand does not feel like a Walala thing.
No, it definitely isn't. So I think that instead, like, I think Walala just like does a mix of like floofs, because they have floofs on top. I just want, if anyone hasn't, look at this beautiful artwork. I'm gonna point to it. They have floofs on top, and then tentacles are what they use for fine tune movement and science. And so I think they definitely just kind of like reshape and hello. I can tell via your taste that you are of a similar composition to our pilot. It is very nice to meet a similarly composed individual. Hello, I am the scientist on board.
There's this long moment where he just looks at you, and there's this
I'm a
level
glean.
of there is this level of assessment that like happens in those few seconds that he just looks at you. Dropo Stalabalta.
Hello, it's very nice to meet you. I'm Walala Udalnees the last Lemo. And it's very nice to arrive safely here, as we had some concerns. But thank you for bringing us into your fold. What is the entrance? Is this safe here for us?
Once the proper paperwork goes through for all of you, yes. And there's this kind of like look over at Vala. You know, we'd have to register all of you into the database.
I'm gonna turn back to Zevzo because I just realized something. Captain, you know how that one time you accidentally took me off that planet? Do we even have paperwork for me?
From down the pathway a little bit with Zevzo and Narmaz, they're gonna look back at Walala. No, we do not.
Should I stay on the ship, Captain?
It's a bit
We
late.
will look into this. Hold on, and I want to like snap a picture of Walala. Walala, have Cam upload a picture to us, and we will resolve this.
Certainly, Cam.
You're just talking about forging
I
documents
can't. I'm dying.
in front of.
I think Vandal's spirit has left their body. Right? There's just a ghost Vandal hovering. I'm just gonna go back in.
I'm sorry. We don't go. We go to a lot of smaller planets where they aren't so very reliant on paperwork. But we do have lots and lots of papers on the ship, so I'm sure it's fine.
I
I'm gonna back up.
I think at this point, there's this slight tilt of the head. Well, all of you can be at ease. We, from what it sounds like, you can hear like some of the spirited conversation between Narmaz and this agent, that this is of, extraordinary circumstances, and the paperwork will be long and the process will be long, but I'm sure that we'll figure it out. The process of bureaucracy here, can be sometimes long. It is very well thought out and comprehensive. So, my understanding is that you are a contract shipment?
Yes, we're not under contract to bring anything to Marthong. We rescued some hostages from the daylight, one of which was Narmaz, with whom you are familiar.
Yes, we got there just in time to save him. So fortunate.
Yes, quite. And there's, in this conversation, this man has not changed his expression at all. It has been a completely flat, stoic expression. And at this point, I think Narmaz kind of struts back up. Well, explain the whole situation. They're gonna take the rescue people over to the processing center. We'll go through, double check photos, put it against current databases. They should all be in there, so it should be all fine. The rest of y'all, they're gonna probably need to get some pictures of you and register y'all. I'm not sure, and like points at you. I'm not sure about your data.
My paperwork is in order.
Right, but you haven't been here in a while, so anyways, what I've managed to talk through, and we can as long as I and Mr. Salabrata here is gonna be escorting y'all, should be fine. At least until the paperwork's through. But you gotta stick with us, because otherwise you might be seen as a trespasser, at least until you're in the databases.
Thank you.
Yes, much thanks.
Talk to the other rescued people, and we can start working on that right now. Lovely to meet you, Mr. Salabrata. Whoosh!
Goodbye. Howdy.
Not running? moving very fast.
On in a puff of smoke and
Fur.
three-piece suit.
I've lost my not the girlfriend. I don't say that out loud. I just think it.
No, that's the sound of your heart.
Yeah. I'm waiting to be dismissed.
I don't know if we're ready to have a meet the parents situation.
I've already met your mom.
You already had
Yeah, but
that.
not as my girlfriend.
She liked me though. It's fine.
All right. So Vandal has noped the fuck out.
The wisest of us all.
Yeah. I
I'm
think
sitting exactly where I was back a little bit, and Cam is there taking photos of me, and I'm posing.
I think Dropo just kind of straightens up again. Well, once all of this is settled, meet at the maglev stop, and we'll head over to the offices, conclude whatever business is required here. And he will do that very curt,
Yep.
nod and walk off.
Yeah. And then she'll go.
Yeah.
Head down, fast walking back to the ship. Blushing.
Max says, well, it has been 5 minutes and no arrests have been made.
Don't stop the timer yet.
Well, Zepso hasn't returned to the ship yet.
Exactly.
They're still kind of looking up googly-eyed at Narmaz, just in awe of everything that he does. We must know, how do you operate comfortably in a planet like this? We are having about 50,000 of us seem to be shivering. I think it is our little hearts that are vibrating.
I think he looks around pretty in that dramatic, let me check to see if nobody's listening kind of way. Walk with me, kid.
Oh, yes, we will.
Yeah. And there's as much of a walk with me as you can in a parking lot that is filled
Ronan.
with other ships.
We float.
And so, yeah, so we'll start kind of walking with you. Look, I've already said that, I've had a bunch of exciting exploits you've obviously heard, I've obviously told.
Oh, yes.
Attach my name. But sometimes just gotta settle down and, well, shouldn't say settle down. Find where you can make the most amount of money with the least amount of effort.
We used to subscribe to that notion, but we are second-guessing ourselves. How long since our planet was taken by the burn have you existed for? How many times have your eggs cracked and your larva been reborn?
Yeah, I'm probably about if you're talking about terms of age or whatever, I'm probably about twice your age.
Oh, wow. And yet you continue to toil. You continue on this track of wealth only. What about all of those around you? We have discovered the value of life and the value of what's left of our universe.
Look, kid. We live in a universe that's being eaten up by something. One thing that's going to stay stable throughout this entire situation is that people need stuff, and you can get stuff from them by supplying it.
Yes, but we are... And if there's a rock or something, they'll give it a little kick with their wallaby feet. We have discovered that those who want are often those who do not have the most. We have traveled, me and us and our crew of the Wicked Wallaby, we have traveled mostly desolate planets, and all of those who have been close to losing everything to the burn, it has been more than we have realized we could properly process. How how do you weigh the cost of the lives versus the monetary gain?
I think at this point, Narmaz, again, shifts his size so that he can be a little closer to your height, and puts a hand on your shoulder. Look, kid, you remind me of myself from when I was younger. You know, caught up in the hopes and ideals that I could make a difference or whatever. But you gotta understand that heroics may feel good in the moment, but heroes don't get paid. They don't get thanked. They don't get to settle down and figure out what they want to do or just coast upon a well-earned life. Just ain't how it is. And when the entire world's on the verge of burning up, sometimes you just gotta think about yourself, you know? And I tried it out a little bit, this whole hero thing you got going on. But it didn't work out. And I don't want to see that happen to you. You've got a lot of promise. Got a lot of potential out for you, and you seem smart. You've got the ship. You've got the resources. You've got the connections, and you've clearly got some experience from what you told me.
Mm-hmm.
But just gotta find the right crew for that, and gotta say, well, the Vandal kid over there is probably of the right type of person you're looking for. You have to optimize, and you can't get too attached, of course, because our line of work is dangerous, and you know us. We've got ourselves.
Forever, and we can constantly replicate, so we can live for as long as we can produce eggs inside ourselves.
What you gotta learn is that relationships, like everything else, is all about what you can give and what you can get.
But my friends do not reproduce from eggs, and if I don't have them, then they do not come back.
And that's the cost of the game sometimes, kid. And you gotta get a little less attached to those fleeting things, you know?
We will try to know. We will. We have a very low record of bug replacement. We often look at the Rornan registry to determine, what the rates of replacement are, and we are often rather attached to us. I struggle with this, but we thank you for this enlightening conversation. And Zevzo's like shaking. Like now it's just like anxiety and nerves. So it's just like a little vibrating wallaby.
Yeah, I think he pats you again on the shoulder, and like does that sort of like shoulder squeeze. Like, I know you'll make the right decision for you, kid.
We hope. We do. We believe that we left something on in the engine room, and we should probably go make sure that it's still on. But we thank you, Narmaz. This was somehow more insightful than all of your exploits. And they're just gonna like saunter away.
Yep. So yeah. So you dive back in. Vala. On your communicator, you receive a ping.
I will check my communicator.
I'm going to say the communicator can do both voice and
Yes.
text
It's
because
an Apple Watch.
it's just it's an Apple Watch.
Got it.
Because this is more fun for me. And you have a short message from a number that you haven't had in a very long time. And it just says, dinner at usual place, ?
Confirming attendance.
Because this is what this emotionally stunted
Yep.
parental relationship is like.
Oh, I think then she writes back, "Can I bring my crew?"
There's a short, and it says, all attendees welcome.
RSVPing for me plus 3 others.
Cool. Yeah. So unless any of you have something that you want to do, we'll just say that the people who were rescued on the ship are sorted appropriately, and left off to the care of the Marthong patrol.
I'm concerned about Felma.
Yes. How do you want to deal with that?
Just be like, so this is what they're going to do. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
I imagine this poor Zavoy has just been chilling in my room this entire time.
Yes, absolutely.
And I just keep coming in like, you still good? Okay.
You're not
good?
You're not having a panic
Are
attack
you still
right now?
having a panic attack? Yeah, so now I've like closed the door. I'm like, so here's what's happening next. What do you want to do? Because if they run you, they'll see that you're part of the Order of Heroes, and I'm concerned about that for you.
Yes, that would be an issue. That I didn't think that far ahead. I probably should have thought that far ahead. That would have been the smart thing to do. I'm smart. I have a degree.
You're very smart. You're a scientist. I'm sure you have more than one degree. It's okay. In, out.
You can see like the little antenna eyes like going like up and down with each deep breath, and like the paling yellow color slowly turns back to that like more banana color of her natural form.
Look, I don't want you to be frightened. If you don't want to get off here, we could work something out. I still haven't told the crew about the rest of your situation because I didn't want to be overheard. Our pilot knows, but I haven't informed everyone else because I didn't want to be overheard and then someone says something. So I just want you to make an informed decision about what you want to do next.
Well, I don't want to impose anymore on the rest of you. It's already imposing a lot here, and I don't like imposing. It's not it's a good thing to do, but I mean.
Yeah, but I don't want to rescue you and then you just end up going back to the place that you were trying to get away from. That seems counterproductive.
I suppose that is. Has anyone said anything about me being here?
No one has asked anything yet, right?
Nope.
Yeah, no one has asked anything. My biggest concern would be whether or not you have informed anyone about your predicament before you were on this vessel.
No. Haven't said
Not
anything.
even fast talking Warnon?
Well, mentioned, or he asked if I was ordered here scientist. I said no, uh, but you already know how much of a bad liar she is.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, that's something to keep in mind. I'll see what we can do to that effect.
Uh,
If you want to hang out here for a while we
uh, s-
until we can decide what we're going to do, and then we could be like, oh no, this person fell asleep and missed the call, we just found them. Listen, we're
uh,
not
yeah.
we're not normally like a refugee ship, so I'm sure we can sell it so it makes sense.
Certainly. Is there anything I could do here to help? While the rest of you are away, I feel like I should do something while I'm here, uh, so I'm not just taking up space. And
Honestly, I don't want to say our MI is poorly socialized, because we've been the people who have poorly socialized them. But if you wanted to, like, chat with someone while we're gone, like, Max is pretty great.
I think she'll kind of like peek an eye stalk out.
It's just...
And just, yeah, there's this ominously standing MI.
Like, and I'm just be like, you see what I mean? Poorly socialized.
But right, I would be happy to have a conversation with them.
You're gonna be okay? I'm gonna leave this room, we're gonna get everyone else sorted. Are you gonna be okay?
I think I think I will be fine.
Wonderful. Fantastic. You relax. I have some romances here if you would like to read them.
Oh, that's so good. Chat, would you like to give me some romance titles, like space romance book titles?
And they can
Please do
be
that for
as
me.
trashy or classy as you desire. I feel like Vandal is not like the most discriminating reader, right? Has
Against
happy
the
ending.
stars. How rude.
Yes! I love it!
Yay!
Oh, that is the best answer.
Yay!
Already won. First suggestion. Thanks.
Boom!
Yes, I'm just gonna make burn puns. Burning love. That's good.
Okay, cool. And she'll kind of nod, and her nodding, because she's a slug person, is kind of like this whole like top half of the body is kind of bobbing up and down.
Yeah, listen, just think about it. Take your time to process. This has been a big everything. Okay?
Right.
Cool.
Thank you again for everything.
We prize safety and, I guess, customer service on this ship. Just gonna leave. Am I gonna slip back out, close the door?
Sorry, I'm dying over
fantastic.
these potentials. So there's against the stars, there's the burn inside, burning love, slow burn bright. The planet that swallowed too much.
I'm sorry.
Roaring burnins.
Good.
That's really good. That's...
These are good.
These are very good.
I buy these just based on the name, right? Maybe that's what Vandal does, right? We go into a bookseller and it's just like, that's a good name.
Lean into the gleam.
Good. That's good.
Ultimate Ulrin's love.
I need puns. I need alliteration. I need nonsensical romantic words just tossed in.
All right. So, if there's nothing else you'd like, what would you like to do with Eva? This is the question that I need to think about here.
I guess the other thing I'd like to do is like go over to Walala's room
Yeah.
and be like, Eva.
You hear in your head, "Hi."
Okay, so just like walk in and close the door to this is weird, right? Walala's not in here. So Thelma, the Zivoy, doesn't want to go back to where they came from. So I'm letting her think about her options, think about her choices on the ship for a little bit.
Okay.
We're gonna get everyone else off, but there's still gonna be one stranger.
I can tell that she has a lot of nervous energy. There's a lot going on. I can feel it.
It's like a walking panic attack, which is fair, you know. She has a lot going on. But
Okay. Is she a good person?
I think so.
Okay.
So and I do telepathic communication, Eva.
Yeah, I think there's
Okay.
like, "Hi, yes."
Okay. So she's leaving the Order of Heroes because she doesn't like some of the things that they do.
Oh. Then the Order of Heroes is not a very good name, is it?
You know, I'm thinking it might be a marketing scheme.
Well, I'm not sure what that is exactly, but okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be... I think it's gonna be okay. It's just, that's one person we're not letting off yet. Well, she could get off whenever she wants, but, you know, she's gonna be sticking around for a little while longer while we figure out what to do.
Okay.
Just wanted to let you know.
Yes, I think I should stay here. Probably.
Yes. I don't know what Marthong's policy is on exotic creatures.
Yes. You know how, like, you have to declare what types of things you're bringing in? This would be very hard to explain. I am bringing in a legendary being that is real.
That we don't have any papers for. This ship may have a stowaway problem. I mean, this one...
Just maybe.
We do have a secret smuggling cargo hold.
Mm-hmm. We're just living up to what we're supposed to do. Smuggling stuff. Just
Yeah,
people,
apparently
things.
it's smuggling people who
Steaks.
want to leave.
Yeah.
Consensual smuggling.
Well, it still is. Okay.
Stowaway
yeah.
problem. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
That's it. Yeah, we could just
Eva
on from
will
there.
vibe on the ship.
You vibe Eva.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone wants to do on the ship before y'all have to leave it behind in this airport parking lot?
And
Make sure everything is locked.
Make fake papers? Did we not do that? Are we doing that? Or are we not doing that?
That's
Are
what
we?
Narmaz would, but now I don't know.
Maybe we
Oh,
make you
crap,
real
my camera.
papers. Maybe real papers.
Oh, I kicked my
What?
camera.
How does one get real? If I knew how to do that, I would have already done it. Like, I'm kidding. I wouldn't have done that. That's work I don't want to do.
Camera.
You're back.
Hey!
Thank you
Afraid
for
to like touch it if it's gonna go out again.
Oh, damn!
Ugh! I think
Why
it's
is it doing
overheating.
that?
It's a hot camera right now and it keeps shutting down.
Oh.
You're too hot for film.
How it be?
That was
Oh,
me.
Ugh.
You're seeing all the secrets.
Cam's just over here and just pressing buttons on and off.
It's fully just Cam.
Oh,
Alright,
that's fine. It's cool.
Switch to crap camera. It's fine. I've multiple cameras to choose from.
So many cameras. I will shield you from the stream until you are back.
Thank you.
Uh,
Gosh, it's
yeah,
crazy.
okay,
Yeah,
so-
so I'll tell the crew we are going to attend a meal in the evening time at precisely 1800 hours with my family.
Do you have to have an idea on this planet to go eat food?
Yes.
Gosh dang it.
But that's why we are going to the offices
Okay,
first.
okay.
We will probably be there until dinner, though.
What is the dress code for this event?
Usually uniformed, but
Neat. Mm, Clean lines.
Formal? Semi-formal?
Business. You're probably fine.
I'm gonna go with semi-formal anyway. I'm gonna go. Normaz didn't leave anybody behind, right? Because I have something to tell you all.
No, everyone's out, and except for Felma, who's just vibing in the room. So
Vibing. The vibe
nervous
is awful.
vibing. Yeah, it's bad vibes, but she's vibing.
Okay, so crew.
Mm-hmm.
The Order of Heroes scientist doesn't want to go back to the Order of Heroes.
We have a scientist?
Not unless, well,
No, we don't.
if anyone
Captain.
asks, no, we do not.
Oh. Okay. We understand.
So,
Why wouldn't they want to go back? It's such a cool place.
We thought it was very cool.
They have some concerns.
Like what?
And so you know how the Order of Heroes is trying to stop the burn?
Yeah, they're heroes. That's what heroes do.
And you know how the Order of Heroes occasionally sends heroes to valiantly sacrifice themselves by going into the burn?
To research or... Yes.
That's publicly known knowledge, right? That part.
Yes,
right?
that is a whole thing. It's like
Okay.
they recruit heroes to.
Yeah, of course, they're scientists as well as hero scientists, the coolest of all.
Truly a good
Yes. Well, our stowaway scientist is says that sometimes the hero scientists that do the research don't go voluntarily.
What do you, why what,
Like they don't
wait.
want to.
Hang on, so they go to the burn not to do voluntary science?
Yes, do some involuntary science,
Oh.
which I feel like that violates
All
some
sorts of
tenets.
scientific ethic! That's terrible!
Yeah, so the
What has
scientist-
Malala been concerned about ethics?
Scientific ethics?
Very narrow view.
Yeah, it's a limit within which, yeah, it's non-consensual science. We in particular have been working on that ourselves.
Yeah, we have a really good scientific consent notification system now. I'm really proud of you, Walala. They don't have that. Well, rather, the people say no, and they say, but yes. And that's not... I understand why someone wouldn't want to be a part of that.
How can we confirm the truth of this? This seems rather flawed.
It sure does. I've been operating off of, well, if this person wants to leave, then they should be free to leave. And if they're concerned that they're going to be forced to go back, then the the moral thing to do would be to help them evade detection while they're in our care. Do we agree on that as a ship? I'm soliciting opinions.
We must ask you a rather important question, specifically Vandal. Are we a good Rornan?
I feel like you're asking, like, morally good, not like, are you a fine example of a Ronin? You are a great example of a Ronin. Look at you. You display all of the characteristics of your species. What do you mean by good?
We are having a hard time weighing the value of the lives that we save against the argent that we gain, and we are discovering that there is a rather large discrepancy, and we want to do what we can to help this scientist, but how do we know that it is right?
Captain, I personally believe that we all have to make decisions in this life, and we have to be able to live with them. We shouldn't make decisions that we're not comfortable making. I'm Vala is really good on, like, what's good and what's right and what's the moral thing. I'm just doing the best I can.
Which is why I posed this question to you. I spoke with Narmaz, and they seem to possess a bias against our pilot. I cannot determine why. We cannot determine why. And Walala has their own views of good, which is usually weighed against science. However, Vandal, we do not understand your moral compass. We do not understand your motivations. And someone who is so gray, I feel like you are the best equipped to determine if I am a good Rornan.
Captain, I think you have been showing a demonstrable care about safety of the people in your care, and I think that's good. And I think you balance your desire for increased argent and wealth against that, and that's we all did the best we can, right? Like, I'm glad that, you know, all of us here, we do the best we can, and we saved those people, and I think that was really good, and we got to stick a finger up at the daylight again, and that may be good or bad. It makes me feel really good.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Okay. We thank you, and we will ponder upon this. During that mealtime, we have stuffed our fanny pack filled with snacks for ourselves, and we think that we should protect this scientist. We should ensure that their safety is of the utmost importance.
Yeah, I have a lot to think about now. About my own morality. That's
We will
gonna
not
be
replace
fun.
you, we promise. You do not come from eggs. Walala and Vandal, as nobody who comes from eggs, we will do our best to ensure that you are not replaceable and that you stay here.
Thanks. Oh, Walala, Vala, how do you feel about our stowaway currently?
I didn't realize we were all together still.
Oh, I would have.
I mean, that's how I got on the ship, so I feel like it's a fine form of being on the ship.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
I'm very disappointed in hearing about the heroes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make a decision about how we interact with them and like what to do to verify information if we choose that's what we want to do.
Oh, well, we take them down.
You know, I'm starting to get a better picture of why you're so against overguilds. The longer we're on this planet, and we've barely been on this planet.
It has been 20 minutes.
Hey, Max, I did it!
That is good. I will keep the counter going.
Yeah, don't stop until we're all off this planet.
Okay, so we protect Stowaway. We make sure other refugees are good to go. We take down the Order of the Heroes, who are not heroes. We shall call them the Order of the Villains.
Ooh, we like that.
Then we take down the Daylight Cult, and then we are good.
Correct. We think that is a wonderful plan.
Wesh is on our hit list.
Oh, yes. Do we count them under the Overguild section?
The Order of Zeros. Mel! That's good. I like that even better.
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay. Good plan.
Yeah.
We are all going to dinner with my family. I mentioned it, but
You did mention that.
I want to circle back to it because it's the first thing on the list, actually.
We have our
It is-
formal fanny pack.
Formal fanny pack.
Okay. We're definitely getting arrested.
No. We're gonna stay with you. We're gonna get our papers. I'm going to pick up a package from Normaz. And then we're going to leave this planet and everything will be fine.
What are
We
you
are
picking up?
Oh, yes, we should investigate. Vandal, what are you picking up?
Something for my mother.
What is it?
Documents?
Oh, really?
We are second guessing our initial perception of our idol Narmaz. And we wonder if their intentions are truly about the safety of others and not merely the acquisition of wealth.
Yeah, you know, I don't think my mother is super concerned about the safety of others, so let that be as it may.
Well, we have a plan.
It was a good discussion about morality just a few moments ago. Yes.
It sure was!
Yep, let's go!
I'm gonna change real fast. But there's a stowaway in my cabin, so
Oh, good.
Avala, may I change in your cabin?
Sure.
I do that.
All right, Vandal, as you get changed, you get a little ping on your communicator.
Yeah. Okay. What is this?
Well, it's a very short message from your mother.
Lovely.
And it reads, after you've made contact, need to keep him quiet. And that's where we're going to end this episode.
I have to kill my idol.
Yay! Wait, morality. We'll figure
He
it
is
out.
a scumbag.
Yeah, no, we still. We'll figure it
We
out.
have to talk about this.
We'll talk about it. It's fine. It's fine. Fine. We should
Goodness.
do outros. Yeah, outros.
Yes, we're gonna go around and say hello to all of our wonderful people. Tell us who they are, where we can find them on the internet, all that good stuff. Let's start off with B. Hello, B.
I always have to look for my unmute button. Hello, I am B Zelda. You can find me on Twitter as at B_Zelda. My pronouns are they, them. I'm a podcaster, streamer, content creator galore. You know, I was looking at my calendar thinking, hey, March is over. We only have one more episode of Indie Showcase. My schedule is going to calm down. No, it is not. So look forward to lots more streams and lots more podcasts that I will be involved in next month.
Oh, good stuff. Go check that out. Go check out Roll20 Indie Showcase. Let's go over to Sam. Hello, Sam.
Hi. When I'm not flopping up bugs, non-Mornag bugs, when I'm not having moral quandaries on this channel, I'm a photographer and a tarot reader. You can book me for tarot readings at samundomiel.com/tarot right now. Yeah, that's what I do. I'm Sam. You can find me at Sam Undomiel on Twitter, or you can check my website. It's also the link in my bio. I'm very proud of it. And I'm so worried about next session now, in a good, fun way.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It's gonna be a good story.
All right, let's go over to Jess. Hello, Jess.
Hi, I'm Jess. When I'm not here being a confused tentacle floof who tastes everything around them. Like, I don't know why this is weird. I've discussed this several times. Like, Glean have a thing in their head and they taste their, not unlike a snake, you know, they'll, like, anyways. Come hang out with me on Tuesday over on Roll20 for the last episode of the season's indie showcase. I'm very, very excited for that. I'm here on Wednesdays getting to play with these cool beans in space, and almost every other day of the week you can find me over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/go_JG, where I do a wide variety. I don't know if you can hear my cat screaming, sir, of video games and tabletop role-playing games, and I'd love to hang out with y'all, so come hang out, and thanks.
Yay. Let's go over to Lauren.
Hey everyone, I'm Lauren. I'm that salty ginger over on Twitter and the salty half of this channel. You can find me here on Saturdays running Masks of Nyarlathotep, a Pulp Cthulhu campaign. We are on episode 49, so our 50th will be not this week but next, which is exciting. Yeah, it's a great time, 9 a.m. Pacific here with a great crew. Otherwise, listen to our podcast in collaboration with Off the Table, Missing Annie Lee. It is a horror, Fear Itself actual play podcast told in 2 parts with 2 different GMs in 2 different timelines. It's really, really cool. You can find it anywhere podcasts are found. That's it for me.
Yay! And I'm Kienna. I was your GM today. You can find me over on Twitter at Kienna S. Best way to forget I'm doing when I'm not here. Mostly just here on the channel, though. One of the players over on Max Night Last Step, also in Missing Annie Lee. Yeah, and all that good stuff. Cool. So I guess to wrap up, again, a wonderful thank you to Roll20 for helping us co-produce the show, for publishing Burn Bryte, and for being our virtual tabletop of choice. They are wonderful. And actually tonight they've got their season premiere of a new show, so go check them out in an hour to hang out over there. Yeah. Of course, thank you to everyone who donated to Code 2040. Thank you for supporting an awesome cause and getting us a bit closer to me having to do bad Russian accents on stream. Because that's always great. If you ever miss an episode or want to rewatch one, we've got a YouTube channel. We actually upload the VODs for this campaign both on the Salty Feet Games YouTube and the Roll20 YouTube about the same time. Sometimes scheduling gets a little fussy, but either way, go subscribe to both of them because we both do awesome content. And you can follow us on Twitter at Salty Feet Games as well, as that's where we announce when we're going live with either regular shows or video games or whatever impromptu stuff. We've got some cool stuff in the works coming soon, so keep an eye out on that. And of course, that's where we do our weekly faction poll. And because we hit our goal this week, we'll have a bonus poll as well to make up for the fact that the world was chaos last week, and I wasn't able to put one together. So we'll get a double poll, so go follow us there. Otherwise, that's it from us. We'll be back next week as we get some consequences for decision making, as the crew has finally hit upon the general moral question of this campaign, which is, what does it mean to be good? What does it mean to be good in this place? That's the whole point of the campaign, and excited to be delving into that. So come hang out with us next time, and we'll see y'all then, friends.
Wait, bye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye.